So as of recording this, Chapter 7, Season 3 ends today, and the new season starts in, I believe, 6 or 7 hours. Sorry, had to kill the imposter who was saying stupid memes. Anyway, the new season drops tomorrow, and I wanted to get sort of a thoughts and feelings video about the season out, like, way early on. Like, if you were in Sternberg, you would know that I wanted to get this video out very early on in the season compared to when I'm dropping it, but we're here now. Hi, we're going to talk about Chapter 7, Season 3, and this is sort of an unscripted video. I just wanted to get my thoughts into the ether before we go into the new season. So, yeah, here we are. Let's do it. So starting with the pros, the map this season is absolutely great. I love the Chapter 7 Season 3 map. It is a massive improvement over Golden Coast from Chapter 7 Seasons 1 and 2. And I'm kind of shocked that it is, especially because we really weren't expecting to go to a new map at all until like the end of this chapter at the absolute earliest. And it's just like, it's a really good map. It feels a lot like Chapter 3 and 4, mixed with some of the good parts of Chapter 7. Like a lot of the really good POIs from Chapter 7, like Wonky Land and Battlewood Boulevard, stuck around in one way, shape, or form in this map. Massive improvement. Really good map. Love it. It flows really well, and I think it complements the sprite mechanics really well, which we'll get into right now. So the main thing this season is sprites, and I'm a little mixed on them, but I do overall think that they are a positive addition to the game. They don't feel super impactful. They don't feel like you absolutely need to have a sprite or you need to have a good sprite to win the game. They feel like, oh, a little added perk, and it just happens to be all over the map with all these extra variants you can find and collect them like Pokemon. I mean, they literally give you a choice of a starter sprite, which doesn't really matter much because you probably lose it in your first game, like I did. Rest in peace to that fire sprite I picked. But it's just like, it's a cool idea. I like that they implemented these extraction mechanics into the game, these sort of collectible mechanics. It really incentivizes people to keep playing the game, keep looking around for sprites, try new strategies, do different things. Overall, I do think it's a really good idea. And I do also think it has brought the community together in a sense, because I see so many people on Twitter being like, hey, do you have this sprite? Does anyone want this sprite? Like trying to complete their books, especially by the end of this season, like everyone's trying to find all the sprites, like get all the variants of the customizable skin in the battle pass, which is another positive of that. But we'll get into the battle pass a little later. So all in all, I do think the sprite mechanics this season are a net positive. And like I said in the unstable video, I am excited about the sprite garden that they're adding next season. I do hope that they keep adding cool new sprites throughout the rest of Fortnite's, I guess, history as a game, because they're going to keep it in for the foreseeable future. So yeah, I'm very curious about sprites, very excited. Overall, very positive change, I think. I also think Fortnite just as a whole has been making a lot of really good changes to the game. Like Tweak Zone for controllers has been an absolute game changer. My aim has been absolutely cracked since Tweak Zone was added, and it's very fitting that they did it this season because they have the 3-round burst assault rifle that it just feels like you land every single shot with Tweak Zone. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. I also just like the 7 sliders. I like the mobility of the season in general, actually. Like the 7 sliders and the infinite 7 sliders are a little wonky, but they're incredibly fun to slide around with. You'll notice in the gameplay, it's during the power hour with the unlimited 7 sliders, which are probably a top 10, top 5 even mobility item in all of Fortnite history. They're very powerful. They're very fun. Hop rocks are fun too. Not hop rocks, shock rocks. Hop rocks are the ones from Chapter 1. I get them mixed up. I call them hop rocks. But yeah, the shock rocks are really fun. They're good for flying around the map, and being able to ADS in the air makes you be able to approach people in an entirely different way than you could have even just last season. It's just like the mobility this season is very good. Absolutely, no doubt about that. And the content for the other modes has been really good too. OG Unvaulting event was really good, even though the tactical SMG unfortunately didn't win. Rest in peace. Simpsons map and reload was really good. I love the Simpsons map and reload. I mean, the kill switch revolvers being there, just that's enough for me, really. But the John Wick stuff is fun, and it's also nice to just be back on that map. I was really missing the Simpsons season at the start of Chapter 7. So yeah, I think overall there were a lot of really good additions this season, and it has been really fun to have the old storyline be back as well. I mean, that shock that I felt at the start of the season when Geno was revealed to be the visitor the whole time, that was real. Like, that's so interesting that they did that, and they've really continued it. I don't think they're gonna drop the ball with the storyline again. I mean, seriously, don't drop the ball again. This season has such a good story. This whole chapter has such a good story. Please don't put us back in the Dark Ages again, like we were in chapters 4 through 6. Please. And speaking of the Dark Ages, that kind of brings me into the cons for this season, of which I don't have that many, but they are pretty big ones. So it kind of felt like there was very little content this season. Like every week had the same like round of content: Mastery Mondays, new sprite variants, like power hours, occasionally a new sprite, and occasionally a new weapon, mostly like mythic versions of weapons that already existed, or a couple random unvaults. I think the only new weapon we got post-launch is the bank shot pistol, which I have in my notes right here. Bank shot pistol is ass, which is, yeah, it's kind of like a poor man's mammoth pistol. It's not the worst. It's probably in like the top 50% of pistols, but that's just because there's a ton of pistols in Fortnite history, and most of them are not that good. But on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, you have the Ranger pistol, which is absolutely busted. I didn't think Fortnite would have such a busted pistol in the loot pool after Chapter 6 Season 4 with the Wrecker revolver, but like the Ranger pistol is so completely and utterly dominant this season. Like after the Chaos Exploder rifle got nerfed, which made it go from probably the most broken assault rifle on launch to one of the most like middling assault rifles. It's not even like, it's not the worst, but it's just not that good. Like I don't see a reason to take that or the burst rifle or the Warforged AR. That's another one. Like, why was that even in the season? I don't really get the point of that. I don't know why you would take those weapons over the Ranger pistol, because the Ranger pistol is just incredibly good. It is the best weapon in pretty much every situation because it's so accurate. It fires fast. It does good damage. And with people flying around all over the place with shock rocks, overdrive grenades, the grapnel gun, 7 sliders, all the mobility of the season, there's just no better option. The pistol is your best friend, and you can pair it with all those items to just absolutely eviscerate people. Shock rock, ADS in the air, shoot a guy down with the Ranger pistol. You're going to get that kill, and it's going to be very easy. And I gotta say, it is infuriating when you have a rare sprite and that's how you die. It's a little hard to play against it. Like, I'm all for mobility, but I think this season, like, this specific combination of shock rocks, infinite 7 sliders, the Ranger pistol, like, it's a little infuriating. You either have to use it or die using it. Like, die to someone using it, rather. It's kind of crazy. It also doesn't help that I think shotguns this season are pretty weak. Like, the Striker Pump shotgun and the Maven shotgun are both shotguns we've had before, and I think overall they're not as good as the shotguns we had 1 season ago. Like the Iron Pump and the Twin Hammers, I think are shotguns I would generally take over both the Striker Pump and the Maven, even after all their buffs. I don't know why I would take these shotguns over those. And the Extending Focus shotgun's good, but I don't feel like it's that impactful. Like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like shotguns this season do much. And I'm like a big shotgun guy, so like I notice when shotguns are not that good, and it doesn't really it can be brushed off if the rest of the season's good. Like Chapter 3 Season 1 has literally the exact same problem because the main shotgun in that season is the Striker Pump, but I still really enjoy that season. That's my favorite season ever, like even with that being the case, because the core gameplay loop is just so fun. But like, I don't know, it doesn't feel the same way with this season. I think there's a possibility that I feel this way about Chapter 7 Season 3 because it's such a different season compared to every other Fortnite season, really. I mean, it's an extraction shooter with a battle royale together. You know, it's not just a battle royale at this point. I mean, I know Fortnite hasn't just been a battle royale in some time, but you especially see it in this season. There are so many mechanics that are not what you would expect from the game that Fortnite started out from, you know? Like, it just doesn't feel like it feels like they should be separate modes, I guess, and not so much like this merged extraction shooter battle royale sort of idea. Like it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't feel like it meshes that well. Like with the Battle Bus Exfil Rift Anomaly, the Battle Bus Victory Royale thing that they have, that is a very good example of this because that is an incredibly interesting idea. I want to give the highest props to the developers for that. That is cool. But it's like, it's weird that the game just doesn't keep going after that. Like, people get on the bus and leave, and then if you're not on the bus, you lose the game. It just completely shifts the trajectory of the game in a way that's not really good for like fights. It's good for sprites, which is, I mean, it's good if you like that, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a battle royale purist. Maybe I just need to go play Reload or OG or whatever. But it's like, I guess Blitz still exists too. Blitz didn't really get anything this season, did it? But it's like, I don't know. It's sort of a weird direction that Fortnite went this season with sprites, which is not a bad thing. Again, I keep saying it is fun, but I think Fortnite should have like a separate extraction shooter mode and keep focusing on what works in Battle Royale. And that's part of what has me excited for next season, because it does feel like while sprites are still there, they're not going to be like on the same level of relevance as they are this season. So I do hope we're going back to the kind of traditional Fortnite gameplay loop with next season. And speaking of the loop, that event at the end of the season was really fun and really interesting, and I'm really excited to see where Chapter 7 Season 4 goes from there. I mean, Jones is out of the little tube that he was in. We got Sonic the Hedgehog, Tetris, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Kingdom Hearts, Persona, Jazz Jackrabbit, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. Like, just so many different games are coming together to be collabs for next season, and I'm very curious where that's all going to go. I'm very excited. And I do hope that I can get some more content out for Chapter 7 Season 4, because I would have liked to get more content out for this season, but I've just been super duper busy. But yeah, that's been my thoughts on Chapter 7 Season 3 runners. I think I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10, maybe like this isn't actually a bit. I'd probably give it like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 overall. Good season. It has some flaws, but I would definitely miss it. I am going to miss it. But I am also excited for Chapter 7 Season 4, and I just gotta hope for the best for Fortnite's future, and I hope you guys will stick around to see how I feel about next season, and hopefully I get more content out next season as well that y'all can sink your teeth into. But anyway, thanks for listening to me and my insane ramblings for over 11 minutes. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.